Oh, well, that was going to be for the end, but I have it up now. That's just a little sketch. Didn't have a lot of time to do a sketch, but that's what Bully Demise might look like. He might look like if he was in Puzzle Agent, Nelson Tethers' Puzzle Agent. We're trying that out for an hour. This is a game from the far off year of 2010. We're just gonna get started. We're gonna start a new game. I will press play to start that new game. Working puzzle investigation. It does not seem like it is a very high priority. No, that's paused. That's paused. Alright, cracked crossword. Nelson Tethers' crossword puzzle has been ripped to bits. But there's something written on it? Reconstruct it to find out. What? Okay, we just read what? That's just what we read. Alright. We have to put it back together. We tore it up in a panic. There's like one other down there. Okay, that's not connected. There we go. Now that's connected. All right, we did it. We put together the crossword. Wow, top agent. How? Every piece in its place. Well done. Our boss cannot believe that we put the crossword back together. Did not have faith in us to do that.
Puzzle research. This is Agent Tethers. I think you have the wrong number. Oh, I see. An assignment. In the field? No, sir. It's been... Yes, quite some time. Uh-huh. Erasers? The foundation of democracy? Oh, absolutely, sir. I agree, sir. Oh, yes, the White House needs its erasers, sir. I'll be on the next plane to... Wait, where?
Surely that's just a coincidence. There could not have been an actual astronaut. I guess the puzzle agent doesn't need to go into the field very often.
Just arrived in Scoggins, Minnesota. Population, 754. Temperature, it's cold, and not much to look at. According to the agency, there's some kind of thing going on at the local eraser factory. The whole plant is shut down. There's a weird man staring at me. Hopefully, this won't be a big waste of time. Agent Tethers out. I have no idea where my hotel is. I might have to ask for directions.
All right, it's time to investigate.
Excuse me, I'm Nelson Tethers with the FBI's Department of Puzzle Research. Hello?
Yep.
Okay, and you are?
Bjorn.
Bjorn?
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Bjorn. Boy, those snowmobiles sure are a bumpy ride, eh?
Yep.
Well, let's ask about the hotel.
Can you give me directions to the nearest hotel? I'm having a little trouble finding my way around.
You'd never get there. Roads are too slick.
Sir, I'm an agent of the FBI's Puzzle Research Division. It can't be harder than the puzzles I see every day.
Not so.
It's really just a matter of trajection.
Okay, on the way to the hotel, you're going to pass 2 traffic lights.
Nelson's snowmobile is sliding along the roads. Arrange the logs to help Nelson bump his way to the hotel. Make sure to pass the traffic lights Bjorn mentioned along the way. Okay, rules. Drag logs from the menu onto the game grid. The log can be dragged to any free space. Nelson's snowmobile will start off heading south. When it hits a log, it will bank right or left, depending on the log's orientation. Nelson must hit every stoplight on his way to the hotel. Press submit when you think the logs are arranged correctly. Alright, so we got a grid. Here are the stoplights. Here are the logs we can drag. He's going to be going down. Question marks down there. I mean, he has to hit these lights. Bump. Bump. Then he should be here, right? Then he would continue to go down. Well, I mean, if he... No, he has to hit this light. Well, how does he turn? Is it like a 90-degree turn, or is he like going like that? Sure. An S pattern or an N pattern? Let's see, if it was 90 degrees, then only one would allow him to do that. Then he would hit this and go there. Would that just be it? I mean, I have to see how he actually... Well, will we see how he actually moves when I submit? Yeah, we're seeing it. only 9 out of 10 because I needed the hint. How? Puzzle can be solved by making S or N with Nelson's tracks. Good job. Nelson reaches destination and all is right in the world. Gonna get promoted if he keeps this up.
I must have gotten lost. I thought your directions were taking me to the hotel.
They did.
I'm standing in front of the hotel, aren't I?
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
welcome.
Well, we have more subjects to talk about. We can talk about the factory.
I'm here to investigate an incident at the Scoggins Eraser Factory. Do you know anything about it?
Nope. The hotel's going to close soon. Better check in if you're sticking around.
What about suspicious people?
Seen any suspicious people hanging around the hotel lately?
Yep.
Really? Can you describe them?
Skinny. Asks lots of questions. Wears a stupid hat.
Thanks for the tip.
Yep.
All right, we're going to keep our eyes open for someone with a stupid hat. Goodbye. We need to inspect the fence. That fence has seen better days.
Discovered a fence. Boards all chewed up, something terrible. Could be the work of strays trying to get to the dumpsters back there. I don't know why I'm reporting this.
You don't know what? Well, you don't know what could be important. Anything, any small detail could be. I could talk to her, or could talk to this.
Excuse me, you look perplexed.
Puzzles. So many puzzles.
Puzzles? I might be able to help you with that.
Okay, Bo has swallowed a rubber band again. His x-ray shows only tapeworms. Or does it? Rotate segments of the pesky parasites to reveal the hidden... How am I doing that? How am I manipulating his tapeworms? And do I want to know how Nelson is doing this? It's just his puzzle power. Maybe. Rotate them worms. I guess they were rotated. Oh no, rejected! I did not do a good enough job with the worms. The rubber band will form a continuous loop. Well, it is making a loop now. Alright, it appears that I isolated his rubber band. It was only an excellent this time. How? The rubber band make a closed circle loop in the middle. Bo's innards are grateful. I still want to know how did he reach those things? How did he get in there?
Solved. Now maybe you can relax a little.
With the whispers. It's an acrostical enigma. Maybe it's a Baltimore trans deletion. The whispers?
Or not.
Well, we learned maybe we probably just learned the solution to the entire mystery. Probably, but it won't make any sense until later. Is that a thing? Yeah? I don't know what that was.
Hello.
Well, hello there, mister. Welcome to Valda's Inn. I'm Martha Garrett, but everyone calls me Ma. How can I help you?
I'm Nelson Tethers. I have a reservation.
Oh, yeah, you're here about the eraser factory, eh? We're awfully excited to have a real FBI man in our town. It's just like TV, yeah? Ooh, I'm gonna make some hot dish for you later.
A hot dish?
Oh, you'll love it. I've never met a man who didn't love himself some hot dish.
Let's ask about our room key.
So, what room am I in?
Yeah, okay, I've got your room right here. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. The night clerk wrote down your room number in code.
Mind if I have a look? I bet I can figure out what room I'm in.
It's such a good coincidence that Nelson Tethers apparently encounters so many puzzles and riddles in his life. I guess he really did go into the right line of work. The security-minded night clerk notated Nelson's room number in cryptic form. Help Martha see what's written so you can get your keys. 9? I mean, it says 9. It sure does say that. Nine? It's 9. It was just 9. How? Key to solving this puzzle is seeing what's written in the negative space between the squiggly lines. In this case, it's the word 9.
There you go, Mrs. Garrett.
Oh, yeah, now I see. Okay, then. Here's your room key, FBI man.
Thanks. Actually, while I have you here, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Real quick, I promise.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, let's ask about getting around.
How do I get to the factory from here?
The FBI doesn't know where the factory is? Oh, dear, our moose is cooked.
Rest assured, ma'am, the FBI just likes to confirm intelligence with civilian knowledge of... We like to double-check things.
Oh, of course. Well, it's easy. I have a tourist map of our little town of Scoggins right here. You know, our Scoggins Erasers is the plant that supplies the White House with all of its erasers. The president could be fixing a mistake with a Scoggins eraser right now.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I'm here. That and the fact that every time the Bureau made an inquiry into the situation, all we ever got back were bizarre puzzles.
Oh yeah, well, that'll happen.
It will? And I can see why this is such a concern. If we can't fix the problem, the president will run out of erasers. And then what? And then what? Puzzle patron.
The guy in the lobby, is he okay?
Oh, that's Bo Murphy. He's always been a bit of an odd one. Yeah, he sits there all day trying to do his puzzles. He mostly keeps to himself, and I bring him some food from time to time. Sometimes I swear he'd starve to death if I didn't bring him something to eat.
Okay, we crossed that off. Can we still talk about erasers?
Do you know anything about the problem at the factory?
Yeah, so tragic about the accident, huh?
Accident?
Oh, yeah, the foreman, Isaac Davner, they say he was killed in there.
Is that so?
Well, not to be gossipy, but I heard the accident was caused by raccoons.
Raccoons?
Yeah, little creatures that live in the woods around the factory. Maybe you should go talk to Sheriff Bogg about it, though. You should be able to catch him out by the factory right now.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
What a tragic death. Tragic raccoon-related death.
Thanks. Well, goodbye.
Enjoy your stay.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you have any gum for sale? Or know where I can buy some?
Dear, we've been out of gum for quite some time.
What?
Haven't seen a stick in months anywhere in town. We tend to get shipments of things like that in the spring.
So, no gum?
Nope.
Gum helps me concentrate.
Pick up the ABC gum. We're not gonna chew that, are we? Come on, have some standards. Alright, well, I guess he has his own particular vice. Nelson Tethers thinks best when he's chewing gum, any kind of gum. Find discarded gum and use it to get a hint during a sticky puzzle. Okay, so that's what those things are. He's gonna take the gum so he can chew it if he needs a hint. Anything else we can look at?
Well, these are interesting.
Yeah, those are Scoggins gnomes. All the tourists love them. But I think one has gone missing. I swear I had 6 of them. I took a picture when I set it up, but I guess I lost it. I still have the film negative, though.
Oh, okay, that's a puzzle in itself. A ceramic gnome has disappeared from the hotel display. But which gnome? Identify the gnome in Martha's photo negative that doesn't appear in the display. Okay. Very similar gnomes, but which one is not here? Okay, so I guess it's this one. It was not. Look harder. Okay. Well. Oh yeah, actually, both of those that have their heads turned the other way are indeed there. And I I can unselect it. I can unselect it. So there are 2 of them in which like the face is facing like the downward arm. The others, they're all facing the upward arm. So it's not these 2. It was not that one either. It was not that one either. not that one either. Well, there's not too many more to pick. Had to be one of them. Only 1 star. It was borderline. We are ashamed in our photo? How? The negative image is not only flipped, but the colors are inverted as well. The missing gnome wears a green hat and faces left, but is pictured in negatives facing right with the red hat. Okay! Yes.
Well, one of your gnomes has most definitely run off.
We knew that.
Wouldn't that be something?
We need to solve the puzzle to do that. Okay, we're back here. Ooh, a screwdriver.
Someone left a screwdriver in the alley beside the hotel.
What a valuable tool.
Clean. Probably of no consequence.
We should probably take it with us.
Winner undeclared in local contest.
Arm wrestling. The Annabelle Grill ladies arm wrestling tournament is over, and the judge missed it. Read the 4 statements and help him determine the... Look, we're going to have to just redo the tournament if the judge wasn't there. You can't, like, determine a winner by, like, witness accounts. I pinned Pearl like a new hat. Outmatched by the grisly grip. Pat won. Fair and square. Flo's grisly grip couldn't whip me. Okay. We know these two are not Flo. She of the grisly grip. This lady here claims that she pinned Pearl. This lady here claims Pat won. I assume she's not talking in the third person. Like, she's not Pat and is referring to herself as Pat. I mean, it's possible she could be. But I doubt it. If that was the case... If she's not Pat, if she's not referring to herself in the third person, that would probably mean that over on the left is Pat. These two are... No, she is admitting that she lost. Actually, no, on the bottom, she could be Pat. Because she's saying that Flo was not able to whip her. So all we know is that the woman in the top middle is... I believe she's stating that she lost. Lost to Flo. Over on the left is saying that... I mean, she's saying who she beat, but not necessarily if anyone beat her. So she beat Pearl. But who is Pearl? We know this is not Flo. We know this is not Flo. And we're assuming that this is not Pat. She's saying Pat won. Lady on top, we know, is not Pat or Flo. Lady on the bottom could possibly be Pat. Over here could possibly be Pat as well. We know Pearl lost. Lady on top is saying that she lost. So could be Pearl. This could be Pearl up here. Let's get that description again. Yeah, just the 4 statements. There's nothing else. Judge, why did they go on with this arm wrestling tournament if the judge wasn't even there? So we know Pearl lost. We know up here Flo defeated whoever this is. We know down here she defeated whoever Flo is. And over here, she's saying Pat won. Let's ask for a hint. Let's chew some of our chewed gum. 2 contestants were eliminated in the first round. Can you figure out which 2? Well, I mean, clearly top middle was eliminated in the first round. And over on the right, she looks like she's saying that she lost. That's what it seems like she's saying. But if that's the case, then the finals would have been these 2. One of them saying that she pinned Pearl, the other one saying that she was not defeated by Flo. We know this is not Flo. This might be... Well... No. Because she would have had to have beaten Flo in the first round. She would have lost to Flo. She would have had to lost... No, she would have had to lost to Flo in the first round. She had to beat Flo in the second round. Did it say the format of the tournament? Is this like round robin? So first round, loses to Flo. Maybe second round, beats Flo. Let's get another hint. Flo won the first round, but lost the contest. Which winner is not Flo? Well, we know on the bottom is not Flo. She is the winner who is not Flo. And we know Pat is another winner. Pat is a winner who is not Flo, so bottom middle would have to be Pat. It seems like that would be the case. So if this is Pat, does that mean this is Flo? Well, because over on the right, she is not acknowledging that she beat anyone, unless she's referring to herself in the third person. That's still also the possibility. Let's get another hint. Okay, you're just telling me that's Flo. That's the last hint. Alright. Left is Flo. Flo defeated Pearl, so that is probably Pearl. But Flo was not able to defeat her down here, so I guess that's Pat. And then these 2 went at it, and she's saying Pat won. So does that mean the Pat, if the bottom one has to be the winner? Okay, it was. It was passable. It was passable. Let's see. A 4-person tournament means there were 3 matches. In the first 2 matches, 2 competitors were eliminated. In the final match, 2 winners faced off, and the winner of that was champion. Flo, the wielder of the grisly grip, won 1 match and lost another. That's only possible if she won her first match, proceeded to the final match, and lost. The woman who beat the grisly grip is the winner.
That was a tricky one.
Did he say that because I was using the gum? Here's more gum. It really does help him think. He doesn't want to look at the screwdriver for some reason.
Someone left a screwdriver in the... Looks clean.
I mean, you'd think that would be useful, but I guess no. Oh, there's more gum over there. Well, we can always get it.
The residents of Skagen seem nice enough. Aside from one wild goose chase, everyone's been cooperative. Plus, it looks like I'm primed for all the hot dish I can eat. It remains to be seen if that's a good thing. I got a map from the hotel owner, so I'm heading over to the eraser factory. Agent Tethers out. Am I supposed to be saying that?
Is anyone going to be listening to these recordings? Or is this just for him? I mean, if it's just for him, he can kind of just say anything he wants. Select the factory.
Hi, Sheriff Bog. Yeah, I'm Nelson Tethers of the FBI's Department of Puzzle...
Agent Tethers, good to meet you. We got a real mess here. Yes, we do.
We do?
Oh, yes. It's gonna be a while before we can get this factory running again.
But my job is to get this factory back to making erasers.
Agent Tethers?
Is that really a job for the FBI?
Well, I should probably ask you some questions about the incident then.
That's what I'd do if I was a big, important FBI boy.
Well, a big, important FBI boy might, but I'm just a small puzzle-solving boy.
What was this incident?
Well, we don't need to be dramatic.
What happened?
There was an explosion.
What?
Oh, yeah. A big explosion. And the foreman just never came home.
What was the time of this accident?
When did the accident take place?
Well, I've been trying to figure that out myself. Here's what I know.
And of course, it's a puzzle. The Rest Easy Guard service was employed to keep watch over the factory from midnight to midnight yesterday. From their statements, can you determine the time of the big noise? Can we? Boom! 1 hour before the last shift started. I got the shorter shift. 3 hours. Only Boyne put in the full 8 hours. Worked from 6 till I was relieved. Alright. So Bernie put in 8 hours. But he was the only one to do that. Well, if there's 4 of them, they wouldn't need to. Just write some notes down. Bernie... 8 hours. Bernie says, boom, 1 hour before the last shift started. Now, Pop got shorter shift, so they're not it's not equal to the rest of them. Pop was only 3 hours. Iggy worked from 6 till relieved. Al is not talking about his own shift. Now, would the shift be equal between Al and Iggy? Or did one of them work a little longer than the others? You know, no one else is talking about what times that they worked except for Iggy. We only know that Iggy started working from 6 o'clock. Oh, and we know that it started from midnight. So if Iggy started from 6, that means Al had to do the first shift, right? So that would have been from midnight to 6 a.m. So his would have had to have been 6 hours. Iggy then worked from 6. Now we know Bernie did 8 hours. We know Pop did 3 hours. We now know Al did 6 hours. It has to be, what, 17 hours? Which means, I guess, Iggy's shift had to have been 7. started at 6 a.m., worked 7 hours. I guess his shift ended at 1 p.m. So someone else came in. I guess Bernie is saying that it happened on his shift. So I guess Pop would have been the third one to come in. His was only 3 hours. So that means his shift would have to ended at 4 p.m. Well, maybe not. Bernie is not. Bernie is saying no. If Bernie was there, and he's saying it's 1 hour before the last shift started, that means that Bernie had to be second to last, and then Pop was last. So if Bernie was second to last, starts at 1. That means the shift would have ended at 9. If it explosion happened 1 hour before that, then it means it happened at 8 o'clock. There it is. How? Bernie worked 8 hours out of the 24-hour day, and Pop worked 3. Al worked 6 hours, and Iggy worked 7. Iggy had to start at 6 a.m. because he was relieved by another guard. Al came first and worked a 6-hour shift. Then Iggy started at 6 a.m. and ended at 1 p.m. Bernie worked a third shift since he heard the noise. His shift went to 9 p.m., so the explosion happened at 8.
If there was an explosion at that time, wouldn't the icicles on the building have been knocked off?
Good point. Maybe they grew back.
I mean, yes, it's not like a permanent thing. Icicles certainly can reform.
What happened to the foreman? My notes don't have a lot of details.
Well, we're still trying to figure that out. One day after work, Mr. Dabner just never came home. The accident was pretty bad.
Oh, is there a body?
Nope, he's just gone.
Just gone.
Zig Dabner's his name, if you don't have that in your notes.
We don't even know if he died in that explosion?
Won't be able to find that out till we find a way into the factory.
Alright, so we don't even know if someone died.
What did your investigation turn up?
Not much. I can't figure out how to get past this lock.
Well, that's because it's missing a piece. I can see that just by looking at it.
So it is. I guess that's why you make the big bucks, right?
That's right, sir. Well, I don't seem to be getting a lot of answers.
Listen, why don't you meet me down at the Moose Ear Diner later? I have some files related to the case that you may be able to help me with.
Oh, okay, but I really think...
Agent Tethers, it's a pleasure working with you. You're doing a great job. I'll meet you at the Moose Ear in a bit.
Alright, well, we can't do this lock puzzle yet. We're missing a piece.
Interesting. Out at the eraser factory, the doors to the factory are very locked. Some sort of custom-built contraption has got this place locked up tighter than Fort Knox. The device seems damaged, though. It seems to be missing a piece.
Yep. Got some gum. Can we just go anywhere, or do we have to meet the... Okay, I guess the only places we can go have this, like, brown outline. Let's go meet the sheriff. Ask about safety.
Excuse me, I see you're working on your sign. Is it safe for me to go into the diner? Excuse me.
Gotta fix the sign.
The thing is, he's not actually fixing it. He's just some random guy banging on that sign with a wrench. Sign.
Something wrong with your sign? I said, is there something wrong with...
You a cop? I ain't got time for cops.
I'm not a cop.
Look, I gotta get this sign fixed before it gets dark. I don't want to be out here after dark, if you know what I mean.
I don't, actually. What do you mean by that?
It's just a fuse, but I can't remember which one it is. Not with all the whispers in my head.
What? Whispers?
Get the fuse for me. I'm getting cold out here.
I mean, he is a cop. It's just that he's a strange puzzle-solving cop. But I mean, he's not outside the realm of cop. He's tangential to copness. The repairman has forgotten which fuse he needs to use, even though he coded them so he wouldn't forget. Select the fuse that completes the sequence. All right. He coded them so he wouldn't forget. How to find the next one in the sequence. I mean, I would... say that it is probably this one. Top agent. But how? Each figure in the sequence is made up of a number and its mirror reflection joined together as the right and left parts of the figure. The missing number in the sequence is 3. For some reason, that's how he did it instead of just, you know, writing 1, 2, 3, 4 on the fuses. Why do it that way? Yeah.
That should do it.
Hey, what do you know? This ought to keep the little buggers away.
Little... what?
Well, I gotta finish getting this sign mounted. See you later. Well, we'll see.
Ask about the factory.
I don't suppose you know anything about the eraser factory accident?
Don't suppose I do.
What about the foreman?
Did you know Isaac Davner?
Not much. Heard he had some kind of accident. Feel bad for his wife, Glory. Such a pretty girl.
I should really talk to her. Do you know where I can find her?
Yes, I do.
So, where can I find her?
Inside.
Oh, that's convenient.
Goodbye.
Let's head inside. Very tense in here. Let me clean some gum up.
Excuse me, ma'am. Miss? Waitress lady?
Welcome to the Moosier Diner. I'll be right with you.
Can I help you with that?
Glory is distracted by the puzzle of food she's preparing to serve. Fit all the food items on the plate in such a way that none of them overlap. Yes, that's very specific. I don't want my food to touch. They all have to be separate. Oh, look at this. It's just completely ridiculous. My food is touching. My food is touching. So they all have to fit on the plate without touching each other. Let's see, what can we just like fit around the edges? Carrot could like go on the edge right there. Oh, okay, no, they connect, okay. It's that kind of puzzle. Okay, they connect like that. Yep, those connected. Those connected. Where can these sausages connect? There we go. Connects with the cake. As you might expect. Okay, those connect there. Those connect there. It's all coming together. There, we did it. I like how there's just a whole fish on that plate. Someone likes a wide variety of flavor, a large variety of flavors mixing in their mouth. How? A meal fit for a Skagensian. Is this the mythical hot plate? Hot dish, I'm sorry. Hot dish.
Delicious.
Thanks.
So, what's good here?
I don't know. It's all fine.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Lori Davner.
Oh, haha. So, I'm Nelson. Are you feeling okay?
Yes. No. I'm just thinking about my husband.
What's wrong with your husband, ma'am? Is he okay?
He will be.
Well, I'm with the FBI's Department of Puzzles Research. I need to ask you a few questions.
All right. She's clearly not here with us, but we'll try to see if she can pay attention to some questions. Ask about the factory.
An accident at the eraser factory caused it to shut down. Do you know anything about that?
Of course I do.
What have you heard?
Well, nothing really. I mean, just that it was an accident like everyone says.
Yes, an accident it was. What about the foreman?
The factory foreman, Isaac Davner. He was your husband?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's not much in my files about him.
That's okay. He's a great man. I'm so proud of him.
For...
Just so proud.
Oh, okay.
So proud. So proud. What about the repairman?
The repairman outside seems a bit odd. Anything I should know about him?
Well, I think he's got a bit of a crush on me, but he's harmless.
Could he have hurt your husband to get to you?
Oh no. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He even avoids stepping on rocks so he won't accidentally hurt any critters living below. I wish people wouldn't tease him for that. Daryl.
Oh, that Daryl. What a dick. Let's ask about work.
Has the factory closure affected business?
Yeah, people tend to hang around here longer now that they aren't going to work. Normally, that'd be a good thing, but I've been pretty distracted.
I see that. Maybe I can help.
When these three couples walked into the diner, Glory thought she knew what each would order. She was wrong, and now she's forgotten who gets what. Here's what she does recall. You know, I was always kind of amazed that when a waitress doesn't need to write it down, I'm like, how are you doing that? Seriously, how are you doing that? How do you remember this? Okay, let's see. Puzzle rules. Nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse? One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Only one patron resembles his or her meal? The ham plate should be set down next to the banana split. All right, well, that's like an easier rule to understand. Just make a note of that. Ham goes next to banana. It's a culinary rule. Ham and bananas perfect together. Okay, all right. Yes. Huh. I see. All right. Well, okay. Nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Okay. This is not the fish-eating man, because his wife looks like a fish. These two could potentially be the fish-eating man. One lady ordered a... Okay, so the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Well... Okay, so... Well, I mean, I don't know. Are they married? How many are married? They say nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse, but one of the ladies ordered a meal resembling the man next to her. How do I know who is married? We know that one of the ladies orders a meal that resembles the man next to her, and that man, or maybe not, because if we're not talking about... If they're all married, then this is the only lady who's, like, sitting next to a man. Like, there's distance there, but maybe that counts. And that's the case, that means he would be eating the fish. And she's eating something that resembles him. And he kind of, like, looks like this ham. The ham is supposed to be next to the banana. But this is clear. This man is clearly a banana. So that's not where the ham goes. It's supposed to be an onion. We do have onion rings, but these are onion in ring form. His head should be like a torus in that case, which would be horrifying, but only one patron resembles his or her meal. Only one. But we don't know which one. Well, we know it's not her, because she's not eating the fish. We know it's not him. She's not eating the onions. We know it's not her, because she's not eating the chicken. We know he's not eating the chicken, because he's the spouse. So these three people could potentially be eating a chicken. One of these two could be eating a chicken, possibly. We know that this lady could not be eating the ham. because she looks like the ham. We also know she cannot be eating the bananas. Banana split, because that has to go next to the ham. She could maybe be eating a burger. Possibly. We know he's not eating the banana. And if he's not eating the banana, he could not be eating the ham. Well, I mean, I guess he could eat the ham if the banana was here. Also, he could be eating. He himself might possibly be eating the banana. He could be eating the ham, or she could be eating the ham. But only one patron resembles, so one of them has to look like their meal. One of them has to. You know it can't be her. I guess we know it can't be her, so she can't be eating the ham. So these two women cannot be eating meals that look like themselves. Could he be eating the buffalo burger? Well, if he ate... No, he can't be eating the buffalo burger, because then... Well, in that case, the ham and banana couldn't be... Well, if, like, ham was here and banana was here, would that count as being next to each other? Because I was not thinking it like that. I was not thinking of it like that. But if it's not, if they can't, then he could not be eating the burger. Like, he would have to be eating the banana, and then he would have to be eating the ham. And then she would have to be eating the burger, and she would have to be eating the chicken. That's it. How? Rule 2 says one woman ordered a meal resembling the man sitting next to her. The chicken woman is the only woman sitting next to a man besides her spouse. So it must be her, since no one ordered a meal resembling their spouse. So she ordered onion rings, and the onion man ordered fish. I like the idea that Glory, like, this is just what's going on in her head. This is how she remembers the orders. She doesn't remember what people ordered. She remembers it in the sense of, what do people look like their food? Does anyone at the table look like what they're eating? That's a mimetic device.
That wasn't so tough.
Yeah, I guess not.
Could I have a bit more of your time, ma'am?
Sure.
Apparently I've asked everything. Got a thing there? It's a thing.
There's some tobacco on the counter. Smells like cherry. I guess the waitress hasn't been in much of a cleaning mood lately.
Well, she is grieving. I mean, the husband is not... We don't know if the husband's dead.
Hello, Sheriff.
Agent Tethers, good. You're here.
Yeah, listen, I wanted to ask you...
No time. I got a hunch about the factory. I got security camera records here of people leaving the factory.
Good. It'd be helpful to talk with whoever left last.
Exactly what I was thinking. I mixed up the photos so we can put them back in the right order.
Thanks?
Why would you do that?
You know how it is.
No, I don't. That's evidence.
Rearrange Sheriff Bag's photos to show the order in which the factory workers left. Look, we'll remember it better if we have to do this, right? Like, if we didn't, we just glance at it, we wouldn't remember anything. Now, however, we will absolutely remember the order these go in. Alright, so that's one set of footsteps. When there is only one set of footsteps, that is when I was solving your puzzle. I guess that's 2. And then we have this person walking out that way, and that's when all of them are. It's a good thing there's a lot of snow in this town. How? It's all in the footprints. In the first photo, there's one set of prints. Second, there are 2. Third, there are several, but car is still there. Last photo, car's already gone.
This should clear things up.
Yeah. That seems about right. Looks like the last one out was Mike Lobb.
You think he might have had something to do with the accident?
Probably. Why don't you head out to the ice fishing huts on Lake's Fens? When he's not working, he's usually there trying to dead stick a lunker.
Got it. No, wait. Do what to a what?
Catch some fish. He's got himself a bright orange vest. Can't miss him. Anyway, to get there, you can take the snowmobile out to Sesame Woods. But you'll have to hoof it from there.
I wonder if he tries to fish the same way Leon does. I mean, in this town, I wouldn't be surprised. Let me ask about Glory.
What do you know about Glory Davner?
Foreman's wife. Poor girl, she's a sweet kid. Her family's lived in this town for generations.
Maybe she has something to do with the accident.
That's ridiculous.
It could be an insurance...
Now you just leave poor Glory alone. She's having a hard enough time without you getting all accusatory.
He was very quick to shut us down on that. Factory worker?
What was the name of the factory worker I'm looking for?
The last guy to leave the factory was Mike Lobb. Drive out to Sesame Woods, then walk the trail out to the ice fishing huts.
Sesame Woods?
Is there anything I should know about the Sesame Woods?
Well, they've got the odd wolverine in them.
What?
But they're probably hibernating or migrating or the like.
Or whatever it is they do. Goodbye.
I better get back to it.
You betcha.
Alright, it says game saved, and that's good because we have been doing this for an hour. Okay, that's our tryout of Puzzle Agent. It seems pretty interesting. There's like a weird, dry sense of comedic timing in it that I like. I think I've mentioned before that it's hard for games to be funny. Most games that try to be funny are like the unfunniest things in the world, but I think that this game has a nice dry humor to it. I like when there's a scene where they just have like a close-up on Nelson. And it's like nothing's really happening. We just get like this close-up of him looking at something or someone. Awkward social interactions punctuated by puzzles. Well, was there a murder? We don't know if there was. You don't even know if there was a murder. We have to solve the puzzle of the lock on the factory before we can even find out if there's a dead body. I'm sure Glory would want to know about that. Well, that's our tryout of Puzzle Agent. Nelson Tethers has to get to the bottom of this, and I'm sure there will be many more puzzles for him to solve doing so. And for right now, well, we already saw this bully art back at the beginning, but now that you've seen the game, maybe this design makes a bit more sense, what bully would look like if he was in the world of Puzzle Agent. And why can't I? There we go. Just zoom in on that a little bit. Zoom in a little bit on that. There we go. Well, he's gonna get to the bottom of things just as long as getting to the bottom of things involves stomping, because if it doesn't, then he's kind of at a loss. It's kind of at a loss. It's been our tryout of Puzzle Agent.